Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go from Wisconsin. Here comes Williams on the return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's just gonna get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's gonna be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go, track. Track at 60. Bronco 80.
Watson, quick pass wide. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Breaks the tackle, Green pass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one's caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Even after the penalty, they'll just move it up and kick the PAT from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Offense in the hurry up here. the 20 on second down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. This is taken at the 44. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Packers have a short field in front of them as they take over. New set of downs for them from the 46.
Let's go. Viking 18. Check. Hurt. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos. Go.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. He fires one deep down the middle. And someone steps in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
To throw it on 1st down. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Lone back gets the handoff. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
To throw here on 1st down. Got a man. It's Drake London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 16. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. From the 22 on second down. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. T. Higgins, the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
They want to run it across. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Caught by the open man. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. And no, they faked it. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get to, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Here comes Williams on the return. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Street. 19, tight. 19.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds him on the crossing route. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go! 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Here's a throw. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready? Hand the street, hand the street. Mustang 19. Get up.
Throwing now, off play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Ready? Go, Reed, go. 79 Bronco, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 18 Pioneer.
He'll throw it yet again. Oh, put some heat on this deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a second. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. Badgley with the extra point. And the Packers take a slim 2-point lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that...
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Packers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Cuts it right side, and he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. From his own end zone, here we go. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Working quickly here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on 2nd. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Bengals driving ahead. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. Here's the snap on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go. Reload. Reload.
On 1st down, they'll run. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside a field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 31. On target to Musgrave. Running in the red zone. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Packers take a 16-point lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. First down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Offense up to the line fast. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. So we jump too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Running it after the penalty. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Frying forward on the ground. And he will reach the end zone, so a perfect ending to the first half. They get a touchdown and tack on the 2-point try. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go, set. Check, bounce back, check, bounce. 60 back.
A final throw before the break. Buys time, rolling right. And they pick him off again. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
So the Bengals going back to the well, trying for 2 again. Keeping it on the ground. And he gets into the end zone. Not a bad way to end the first half. Adding an octopus as time expires. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one's incomplete. Has a connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And it sets up second down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
They'll run now on second down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throw on third down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 26-yard gain on fourth down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From just shy of midfield on second down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. To throw it on first down. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go with it, so Higgins throws it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He lays out for it and makes the catch. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. They'll cobble together a yard there. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. On 2nd and 9. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He's back to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Here we go. 7 Pirates, 7, 18, Pioneer.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pass caught, 9-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on first. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And he's brought down for a loss. So they'll have some time to prepare for 3rd and goal. We're at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Go! Check go!
He'll throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 2nd and 13. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long for him here. Skips it short of his man, and that brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that will make it a field goal game.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Here comes Williams on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
At the 31-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
They'll run here on 1st down. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. This time it's a passing play. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Bengals down by only 3. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone. He had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. Lone back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Another carry for him. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Here's a give up the middle. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here he is to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And they take him down right along the 30. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
He'll look to throw it. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Setting up to pass. He sends this one to the end zone. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers make the play that should win them this game.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back. Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Here we go, set.
Back-to-back carries here. And he at least gets him some positive yardage, but just a small gain to the 24. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up. So this is a Packers win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths.